Yeah, the Nuggets played the Clippers. We have to have a serious conversation about Jokic's play down the stretch in that game because it was bad. And you know, the box score came on the screen like halfway through the fourth quarter, and it was after like two mistakes by Jokic, two bad passes out of the double team. That was really working in game one. He was really able to, like, they were throwing this staggered double team at him in game one that he just read every time. He just felt the guy coming on the back shoulder every time, and he knew exactly the matchup that he had left, and he was just hitting his guys in the perimeter. And they just did it better this game. The Clippers just did it better, and Jokic really started to cough things up down the stretch. And the box score came on, and it was Jokic is about to hit a triple double, and I'm like, I know, but like this is the classic Dave and Mike like box score versus eye test situation because he is about to have a triple double, and they were starting to talk about him being one of the best players in the game on in the context of that triple double, and I was like, guys, he's currently fucking it up down the stretch for his team.
Yeah.
That being said, I mean he has a little bit less, I think, of a supporting cast show out. I thought Murray did pretty good, to be honest. I thought he had a good game.
Yeah.
When you're relying on Westbrook, and I know this is a conversation we're going to have, you're absolutely playing fucking Russian roulette with your playoff lives, and I just think that, and I've never seen a man more open than Russell Westbrook in the entire stretch of that game, and he still didn't even make all those shots. And he's like, "This is what I do," and I'm like, "Yeah, get left open. You get left open by more than anyone's ever left anyone open in a playoff game. That's like a statistical fact. He was averaging like, I think he was averaging like 9 feet of space around him, which is like second and six. Like that's fucking bananas, right? Like,
It's offensive, but it's
yeah,
warranted.
you should be insulted. You should hit every single one of those shots like in their
Yep.
fucking face. I thought Harden like really played his game at like an appropriate level. He really just it is, dude. He hits the shots he needs to hit. He was real rusty down the stretch then. Oh, I'm talking about across two games. I thought he was much better in game one. Kawhi in game two was just like, okay, I'm doing this. And it really did look like a battle of giants. And Jokic just like got in his own way. And it could have been a really, like, I think a much cooler ending if Jokic didn't get in his head because he was like kind of he was throwing his hands up. He was like grabbing his head. He was talking. He was like, he just seemed really discombobulated. And Kawhi, which I understand this is not atypical for him, he was saying nothing and just sort of like, clenching his cheeks and just taking really smart, pretty shots. He missed two in a row at one point. It was after the announcers mentioned that he had only missed one, and I was like, that was stupid. Why? Like, come on, guys.
I hate
Like,
when they do
we.
that.
It's so annoying. Like, just shut up. Like, it's like he's only missed one. All right, shut up. Like, I bet you said something before he missed that one. Then he missed two in a row, and then he made the rest of his shots, I believe. And they were all just good looks. Like he was playing off the ball really well. He was playing on the ball really well. He just looked like vintage Kawhi, like vintage Kawhi. And it was like, oh shit! Remember when this guy was the best player in the world? And he was just like a closer, an athlete, the best defender on the floor, the best player in the series. That he was all those things a few times against real bona fide superstars.
Yep.
And I don't know if it necessarily kills Jokic's stock. I think you're allowed to have a bad game, but game one, or taking it as a package, game one did nothing to dissuade me from the fact that I think this Clippers team is definitely advancing. And I was trying to talk myself into the Nuggets a little bit, but what do you think about the matchup overall? I hope you were equally impressed with Kawhi. And if you want to take any time, because it's a little unfair that you didn't get to do a victory lap on Russ hitting the game tying shot and then being Russ in overtime super hard.
No, I think
Uh,
it's because of that and then that I don't even need to discuss that. But I do
yeah,
think it's
right.
worth just painting the picture correctly for those that are listening that have been listening for many years. Because
Yeah.
you keep bringing up, you do keep throwing Russell Westbrook in my face. And that's because I suggested he came to Boston. Now, when I did that, we still had Marcus fucking Smart.
Yeah.
It wasn't this card. I wasn't asking for him to be there instead of fucking Drew Holiday or Derek White. So that matters. But I'll take my fucking licks.
Yes. No,
Um,
but I'm not. I didn't even mention the whole thing. I just know that you rate him
no,
highly.
no, yeah, that it's just subtly there. It's like, oh, you actually had a good point. But Kawhi, Kawhi missed four fucking shots last night, and
I know.
three of them were threes. Like
Yeah.
four, 15. Is that 70%? It's 15 of 19, 70% from the field.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Is that fucking
Um,
unheard of?
hold on a second. I'll do the math. I have a calculator. 15.
It's got to be close. While I'll just
It's closer to 80%.
shooter.
Yeah. That's
That's
pretty fucking
fucking
crazy. I mean,
yeah.
that's always what his game was, right? Like when he got into that sort of predatory scoring mode, that like it was really like he was hunting. Like he was always hunting matchups across the court. It's what made the Toronto Raptors run fun to watch because I know the rest of those fucking bums weren't in any way, shape, or form fun to watch. But Kawhi just playing like that around guys that really aren't bums. I mean, Harden still got scoring ability that can carry swaths of this game. They don't really play at all like they know that each other play for the same team, if I'm being totally honest with you. But that's fine. If that's working for them, like if that's their two-man game, is like, all right, you do it for a little bit because I don't even want to fucking look at you. Like that's, I mean, James Harden is the single most isolation player in the history of the game of basketball, in my opinion. I don't think you should be trying to get him involved in shit. Like just let him shoot for a while. And if he's hot, let him stay hot. And then you can have Kawhi come in and be a true scorer. You can have Kawhi come in and be a playmaker if you want. You can have Kawhi come in and take away their best guy. Dude, if he stays durable, I'm fucking terrified, bro. I'm terrified because the mentality that he has too, you know, like there's a world which he just eats our wings for lunch, you know, like
Yeah.
he just goes in there and he's like, I'm just going to take Jason Tatum away from you. Do you think you can still do good stuff? And I'm going to cancel it out in the other direction too, because you don't have anyone that can guard me properly. I mean, unless Jaylen Brown goes one-on-one with him and just locks down more than he ever has in his entire life, plus help, that's tough. You know, like he's got a lot of physical traits. I don't
That is
know.
something that JD would get up for too. Like that's the
I
test that he
know.
would want.
I know. It would be cool. We'd be giving him another Finals MVP if he did that. I'll tell you that much right now. That'd
Oh
be
yeah.
two-time Finals MVP if he did that and we won
It's
against
just
the fully informed Kawhi Leonard.
like to your point though, the scariest part about this whole thing with Kawhi is that the last time that he was this good, he won a championship. Like
I
that's
know.
just
It's very well
that's
put.
just facts.
Very
So
well put.
if he's still on this level, he's gonna be really fucking hard to stop.
I'm scared. I for one am scared. Cavs Heat. We kind of talked about that already. Do you have anything to add other than like I'm so glad that I was right about Fred VanVleet?
Minute. I thought Fred VanVleet was on the Rockets.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, of course. Cavs Heat. Sorry. I never got to say that when we talked about the Rockets. I was at least glad that I was happy about Fred VanVleet. Cavs Heat.
Don't make
Uh
me advocate for Fred VanVleet. That's not.
no,
I
of
don't enjoy
course.
doing that.
I thought Mitchell looked good. I thought Ty Jerome looked really good. I like in the same way that we were just talking about fearing the claw. They just didn't look like they didn't do anything to make me like super scared against the Celtics across a 7-game series.